Welcome back to another video, traders, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to Charting Trends for Trading Options. I'm TJ, and today we're going to be looking at Vroom Inc, VRM. Let's take a look. Before we get into the chart, I want to highlight this article that recently came out, Seeking Alpha, Vroom, a compelling buy for digitization of auto sales. If you're not familiar with Vroom, they are a Carvana competitor, so digital auto sales. The main difference, I believe, between them and Carvana is where Carvana is focused on newer vehicles, Vroom is focused on used vehicles. This article basically highlights the massive market for used auto sales and the lack of digital penetration to that market so far. So there's huge upside for this, but it's going to be difficult to execute on because it's tough to sell a used car online. You can't test drive it, and there's trust issues there with transparency, so that's what they're going to have to overcome in order to capitalize on their premise. This article, one thing I want to highlight here is after IPOing in June, the stock has fallen a lot, so the valuation right now is a lot more attractive. The revenue midpoint for 2020 at 1.35 billion has Vroom trading at 3.8 times revenues. So compared to Carvana at over 9 times revenues, it's a much cheaper company, but they're younger, they're unproven, and they have a tough road ahead. It's going to be difficult to execute. Let's take a look at the chart though. So young company, volatile, obviously in a tough market. They did see some growth, and they came out to an all-time high at 75.87. This was on September 1st, and since then they've been trending sharply downwards in this channel here. Recently finding a bottom around 31.6, bouncing there off this support at 33.23, and actually coming up to test this downtrend a couple of times, so that's good to see. More recently falling below the 200 SMA and really all of our averages here, breaking support around 38.50 and closing around 36.8. So I mean, in the short term, even the midterm, I really don't see an entry on this. What I would look to see is the break of this downtrend. I think you'll get a nice pop whenever that happens, but as for right now, the lower this thing goes, the cheaper it gets, and that's fine. That'll just give long-term investors a better entry. But again, this is a difficult premise to execute on. If they can do it, there's going to be massive upside potential over the long term. But it's going to be a long road before we can see how well they execute on that premise. So, I mean, what I'm going to do is maybe set an alert on this downtrend when we see the break of this downtrend. We should see a nice push there. But that's all I'm looking at right now for VRM. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, remember to leave a like. Really helps out the channel. If you have any questions or comments, comment below. I read all the comments. And if you want to see more videos like this one, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't already, check out my other channel as well. If you like my analysis, there's more of it over there. Thanks again, guys. Have a great night.